what I'm going to talk about is your environment and how the environment shapes your mindset, and you should never have any shame about your environment or where you come from, and that should never be an issue. The issue should be how you take the environment and your experiences and use them to shape your mindset, but control it in a way which makes you a better person and a stronger person. No matter where you've come from or what you've done, you're always going to come across good and bad experiences, and it's going to shape you in one way or the other. It's going to give you an instinct and the courage to do something courageous. It's going to give you an instinct and the courage to think about things and relate to things, and much more than that. But what I'm trying to say is that your environment is always going to shape your mindset, and you will take that everywhere you go, no matter where you come from, what you do. You're always taking little bits of experiences and moving along. And there should be no shame about that, and where you come from and who you are and what you want to be. Someone said to me that you can never explain someone's mistakes, and knife crime and gun crime is not acceptable. But when you're in that situation and you're around that stuff, I said to this person, have you ever been in that situation? And he said to me, you can take the tiger out of the jungle, but you cannot take the jungle out of the tiger. And I thought to myself, yeah, you're damn right, because your environment is always going to shape you. But have you ever been in that environment, in them situations where you're having to survive and think about all these personalities from 5 different flats, well, maybe probably 50 different flats on one estate, and then other flats down the road or around the corner, or a different postcode, or maybe down the hill and around the corner? You just don't know. So that creates a different mentality. But what you're trying to help the kids that are growing up with this, or just anyone in general, this is just an example. If you're growing up somewhere, your bad experiences and your environment is always going to shape you. And you're always going to have difficult personalities and good personalities to help you along the way. But you should never be scared of what you're struggling with as you grow up. You should always try and use it to your advantage. And you can. Because that saying, what can't kill you makes you stronger. Get knocked down, get up again, and you learn your lesson. Get knocked down, get up again, and you learn your lesson. And that's all that happens. As long as you stay law-abiding and you figure a way out how to control your mindset, use it in a positive light to help other people and help them build their character. Because it all is character building. And people are always quick to make a judgment because of how they perceive things in social media or people and influences around them. That's not their fault. It's just the way they see things. It's all they ever knew, and it's just their social influences, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong with it is that you judge someone just by someone's perception, someone's idea. You know, you should never judge a book by its cover, like anyone told you. Did your mom tell you that when you was little? You know, you're going to school at 6 years old and you've met your new friend, and for whatever reason you've made a judgment. It might be that your friend farts a lot, and that's something that your parents don't tolerate. They tell you good manners or whatever they want to call it. Please don't fart in this area. And sometimes if that child makes a judgment because of that, the parent might try and install an idea by saying, don't judge a book by its cover. And it can happen in many different situations. Don't judge a book by its cover. So it goes the same with this situation. Until you go to that environment, you meet these people and you have a genuine conversation, or try and strike a chord and have a conversation, then I don't think you should be pointing fingers at people, telling them what the facts are. You should be trying to get to know that person as a person. Because if someone came to me and started judging me, or you, you're not going to like that. So, before you judge someone, get to know that person. And just be genuine, because we all know someone who's talking a good game and someone who's just going to tell you what you want to hear. And we know that. We can see through it, so it doesn't matter. And what I wanted to say is that your environment will shape you in many different ways and all your experiences. We're all built on a strong character. It's just that, are you willing to control that character and use that character in a positive influence and develop that mindset to tackle any situation and get through all the rubbish in whatever your life struggle is? And I think if you develop a mindset and you let things shape you and you figure out how to solve your problems and create a better mindset through solving your problems and working it out and learning ways around it, you're always going to create a better person. And I think sometimes a lot of the mental health issues in the world, a lot of the problems in the world with inequality and people around us struggling, is that they have a mindset of, I'm struggling, it's all I've ever known, and they focus on the things that are wrong in the world, when you should be focusing on what your mind is, what's good for your mind, and how to use your experiences to your advantage and create a better mindset, a stronger personality, a stronger character. And if you do this, you start to see that sometimes it is a mindset, and sometimes it's how you build your character. It's what you put between your ears and what you're willing to believe and carry on directing to believe and go forward and follow. Then that's on the way to a good mindset. So your environment shapes your mindset. Have no shame. Yeah, you can take the tiger out the jungle, but you cannot take the jungle out the tiger. But that's just a riddle, so it doesn't make any sense. So if someone tells you that, just let them talk, because they're just riddling a load of rubbish to you. Talk facts, get to know people, and get to know what your mindset is. Develop a better mindset and use that mindset to your advantage. Solve your problems, go to work on yourself.